So let's just say you recently inherited a property a billion miles away from home. You have no clue what to do with it, but you have no idea how to unload it either or what it's worth. So first things first, we have to establish a value on this. So let's say you inherited 5 acres in Arizona and you live in Georgia. You don't want anything to do with it. You want to get it unloaded, get some cash and put it to something of better use in your life. So we want to go to all the major websites first that share property value. So go to LANDWATCH.com, LandandFarm.com, LandCentury, LANDMODO.com. There's a number of other ones, but start with like those 4 and just search out 5-acre parcels in, let's say it was in Cochise County, Arizona. Find out what they're going for on a cash value and what they're going for on a seller financing value. And for those of you that don't know what seller financing is when you finance the purchase of a property in exchange for the deed. So if you were to sell this property, this 5-acre parcel for, let's say, $100 down, $100 a month for 60 months, and at the end of that term, you would give the buyer the deed in exchange for all those payments, and that's how you get cash flow. It's a great way to create passive income, and we're really going to touch base on this. But back to the task at hand, we have to establish a value. So first things first, let's find out what this deal is worth, and then we are going to talk about marketing this to get it sold. Alrighty, so just for kicks, let's say that this 5-acre parcel in Cochise County, Arizona that you just inherited is worth $2,000 on a cash deal and $3,000 on a seller financing deal. So meaning that all the websites that I mentioned, you went and researched out these 5-acre parcels, people have them listed for $2,000 cash, or they have some sort of seller financing term equaling out to about $3,000 to $3,600, let's say, just to keep my math easy while I freestyle here. So like $100 a month for 36 months if they were to finance you. Now we know that we've established a value. We need to get this thing listed. And if you're a complete newbie, do not invest money on those bigger sites I just mentioned to you. Go straight to Craigslist. Craigslist will get the job done. We all know there's a lot of crazy people on Craigslist, but at the end of the day, Craigslist sells deals. Okay, so we're about to upload this to Craigslist here, but we need to make sure we have all of our information on hand. So as much info as you can acquire about the parcel before we do some online research, be sure to do so. You can use things as nearby golf courses, outdoor recreational activities, certain bars, sports bars, clubs that people would go to if they were to invest in the area. You want to gather up all this data because it's great for marketing in the description area, sharing all the reasons why someone should buy this. So once we gathered up the property size, the listing, the location, the legal description, plus all the amenities in the area to make it a no-brainer to buy this thing, we're going to jump onto Craigslist and we're going to start out with the title. Now, starting with the title on Craigslist, you want to do some eye-catching things. So we have 5 acres in Cochise County, Arizona, which sounds nice, but you want to add things to your title like terms like must sell, fire sale, seller financing, low down, low monthly, no credit check, things like that that are really going to get people to click on your ad and integrate that with the 5-acre parcel in Cochise County, Arizona. So just for kicks, we're going to say in this example that our title states that seller financing, 5 acres, Cochise County, Arizona. And if there's enough characters left over in the title, put something like must sell after that. So it'll be seller financing, 5 acres, Cochise County, Arizona, must sell. Next, we're going to go on to the description. So we're going to go ahead and put in the description area 5 acres. Price is $3,600. We'll finance $100 down, $100 a month for 36 months. Not only this is going to give you more for your property, but it's going to sell way faster when you offer seller financing. You could also put in their discount for full cash purchase and just leave it blank so they could call and you could kind of feel them out and see what you can get out of them. And next you want to go down to within the description. So we got the parcel number, the legal description, the terms. You want to have the GPS coordinates. If you don't know where to find GPS coordinates at, there's a website called parcelfact.com. Great resource for pulling all the information on your property. And then say, once you have all that listed, put something along the lines of this is a no-brainer for your investment portfolio, and then say hiking, fishing, sports bars, clubs, whatever's in the area, all that cool recreational stuff that people are going to want to know is near the property. List every bit of it, and go off the grid, solar panels, whatever the case may be. Just sell it. Next, make sure they know to call, text, or email you, and have all the options available to go ahead and make sure they contact you properly. And next, post pictures of the property and put multiple pictures. So on your pictures, if you can't find them, once again, go to parcelfact.com, put in the parcel number on there, and they'll give you GPS coordinates. You put the coordinates into the Google Earth app, and from there, it'll pull up pictures of your property for you. You could take screenshots of them and then upload them to your listing. So there's countless pictures of the property. All the details needed to make the sale is there, and the kicker, the seller financing terms, is what's going to make it sell almost instantly. Now, we've got the whole template done. We're ready to rock. We need to get this thing listed. So, where the heck do you list property for sale, 5 acres in Arizona on Craigslist? So while you have your listing ready to go, we didn't even discuss where to actually list it at. Now, one would think if you have 5 acres available in Cochise County, Arizona, you would list it on Craigslist in Arizona, in Cochise County, in that area. And yes, that is one place you can list it at, but let's be real, that's people's hometown, and they could probably find those a dime a dozen on their own stomping grounds. So it actually works even better if you list parcels like this in other areas. So my recommendation and a strategy that we use is we post 3 times a day in 3 different cities, not in the city or the state where the property is listed. So like I would list in Texas, I would list in Florida, I would list in Cleveland, Ohio, I would list in Maryland, New Hampshire, wherever you can, list them all over the place. And you may need multiple accounts to go ahead and pull this off, but basically tweak your title, tweak your description, and list this property in 3 different areas on Craigslist, but not in the state it's actually listed in. Believe it or not, this will actually up your chances of getting it sold for what you're after. Okay, it's time to fast forward now. So we've listed this property over a few days in 3 different cities and states per day, and now we're getting lots of hits, and somebody actually wants to buy this thing for $100 down and $100 a month for 36 months. So this property you just inherited is going to yield you $3,600 in monthly residual income. That's awesome. That's great. Pat yourself on the back. But first, we got to go ahead and set this up and start receiving payments. Now, I have videos on this channel showing how we do the contract, so I'm just going to link to that for simplicity. But more importantly, you have to be able to accept payments. So in this day and age, everybody has apps on their phone where you can accept payments. You want to make sure before you send out the contract, before you invest any money whatsoever, that you get the $100 deposit first. I used to make this mistake a lot earlier in my career. I was so excited that I would sell properties and I would send out contracts right away and invest all this time in filling out the contracts without even having a deposit, and very few of them would come back. If they're serious about buying, they need to give you a deposit first, and the deposit can be refundable within 24 hours of them reviewing the contract, just to put their mind at ease. But at the end of the day, you need that deposit. So make sure you are set up on Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Stripe, whatever the case may be, bank wire, whatever it takes to go ahead and get your money. Snail mail sucks, but if it has to happen, it has to happen. But I try to avoid that at all costs. We live in a digital age. Receive your money in a digital format. So make sure you're set up on these apps so you can receive the down payment. Once you have the down payment and the buyer's information, you want to go ahead and fill out the contract stating that, the deed will be transferred after you've received all 36 payments of $100 a month and blah, blah, blah. All the little, they're responsible for taxes, the grace periods, the default terms, things like that, and all that's spelled out in the contracts we use. Like I said, we will link to that in this video, but that's it. Once you have that deposit, send out the contract. They need to get the first month's payment over to you, and the clock starts alongside the first month's payment. That's it. That's how you sell property really, really fast. Now, many times you can get a cash offer at a discount and sell it just as fast, but if you want to get maximum dollar for your property and you don't need all the money at once, seller financing is the way to go. And if you are limited with the platforms to leverage, just jump on Craigslist and make it happen. So if you have any questions about anything in the land investing business, please comment below. I will create a video answering your question for you. And be sure to stay tuned, where I am going to share with you in the next video how we acquired several properties in New Mexico, why we're investing there, and how you can get these for as little as $25 a month. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next video.